Hey girls and gays, what's up? I'm back with the video no one asked for. Also have ladybug nails today, if you even care. Also have really cute braids in my hair. I can't even see. What's the point? What's the point? Today's a fun day. Today's an exciting day. I'm feeling silly. We're feeling goofy. We're in a silly, goofy mood today. It's actually not true at all. I'm like really anxious. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a tier list today and I'm so excited. Today we're gonna be ranking NCT albums. And we're talking all NCT albums. Like we're talking Dream, we're talking wayv, we're doing them all. I made a tier list. Hopefully it's showing up right now. Hopefully I'm doing screen recording right. Hey guys, editing Kenna here. My screen recording did not work, so I'm going to be simulating the tier list making via screenshots. I wish that I was dead. Have a great day. Let me just give you a rundown of my NCTzen backstory. I've liked NCT since debut, pretty much. I've liked them since the 7th Sense. I always really liked them for a long time, but I didn't fully become an NCTzen. I didn't fully get my registration card for NCT until like 2019 probably. It's when like I fully became an NCTzen and I went crazy. My bias is Jungwoo. My bias records are Renjun and Jaemin. I'm a big fan of the wavy boys, so like YangYang, Hendery. Those are like biases off the top of my head, so. Also, I'm leaving out Japanese albums because I'm just trying to keep it simple. I'm gonna do only Korean albums today. And I'm also, if you see something like Hot Sauce and then you're like, where's Hello Future? I'm just kind of combining the two. Like I'm combining repackages. Okay, we're gonna start in order. We're gonna go, should I name the tiers? S tier is gonna be God tier. B, like right in the middle, let's do mid. It's kind of mid tier. What do you think is below mid? Like okay, like but I wouldn't really listen to again. Forgettable, is that too mean? Okay, God tier, we'll say A is like great. Mid is like mid, like it's good, but maybe I wouldn't listen to it every day. Forgettable, like it's not like my favorite ever, but it's not like a bad album. And then D would be like, this isn't a good album. But like, does that exist amongst NCT discography? Not really, not in my opinion. Let's go in chronological order. What if I literally miss an album? We're gonna go by units because if I start with Dream, I will not have any energy to finish this video. I can't do Dream right away because I will lose all of my energy because I have a lot of feelings. So immediately, I don't even have to think about this. NCT 127 first mini album, God tier. Don't even have to think about it, God tier. This album, it's their first and it's their best. I literally think that the first mini album is the best NCT album. It just has the vibes. It has those vibes. It's just a solid track list. It's so solid. Another World. Dude, Fire Truck is like, it literally never gets old. Fire Truck never gets old in my opinion. Paradise, literally throwing up, peeling my skin off, puking, bleeding, dying. Paradise, like really, I'll cry if I even think about this album for too long. God tier, no questions. I swear to God, if I don't like get these chronologically right, I'm gonna be so ashamed of myself. After NCT 127 first mini album, Limitless. Let's think about this for a second. Good Thing, Back to You, Heartbreaker, Baby Don't Like It, Angel. Like, Limitless on its own is God tier. When Limitless came out, when Limitless dropped, that music video dropped, the performance version, the artistic version, oh my god. I'm not over it and it's been like, how many years now? I don't just want to put everything like God tier, but like, if the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? It's going in God tier, like, if the shoe fits. Cherry Bomb, like, Summer 127, Cherry Bomb itself, 0 Mile, Sun and Moon, Whiplash. If I think about Sun and Moon, I will cry. I'll start screaming, I'll start crying. Cherry Bomb has to be, is it God tier or is it like, let's A tier? Is it like A plus or is it A? Let's say like skippable tracks. Okay, just cherry bomb, let's just say god tier. The first like few years, like early NCT, they didn't make a bad song. Like, I'm not even joking. God damn it. Okay. Okay, after Cherry Bomb was regular or regular? No. Empathy? Let's just go with Empathy right now. Correct! Empathy, like, let's really think about this for a second. Empathy as a solid album. Neo Got My Back, Boss, Baby Don't Stop, Go, Touch, Yesterday, Black on Black, Timeless. And then we have all the different like remixes, or like Without You Chinese version. Okay, Black on Black isn't my favorite NCT song in the whole world, if I'm honest. Timeless is so good though. Boss, I mean Boss is when Jungwoo debuted. Like, let's put Empathy A tier. A tier. Solid. Baby Don't Stop, Boss literally changed my life. Regular. Let's look at the track list. Let's be rational about this. This is such a good album. This is such a good album. Simon Says. What do they gain from this? City 127. Regular PM 127. That's literally one of my favorite songs. I'm not even joking. Knock On. No Longer. Ugh. My Van is even good. Ugh. Come Back. Fly Away With Me. Okay. If the shoe fits, you know? Something just flew into my eye. I think it's just gonna be there. He's just gonna sit there. I'm not biased. Like, that's a good album. That's a good album. Dude, I'm gonna be more harsh coming up. Not more harsh, but I'm just gonna be honest. What was after that? Superhuman? Okay, listen. Just listen. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Superhuman is one of the best title tracks of NCT. Or should I say it's one of my all-time favorite title tracks across all NCT. It's so good. It's so good. It's so underrated. I personally think that Superhuman is like the most underrated NCT title track, and like the most underrated like era. Like, oh my god, that era, all the NCT Hit the States videos. I wouldn't be here today without that era. It's god tier. It's gotta be god tier. That is such a good album. Like, that's such a good album. Highway to Heaven by, I'm not explaining myself. Have you heard Highway to Heaven? Okay, I know we have a pretty biased tier list so far, but if the shoe fits, stop making some good albums. Like, it's not my problem. I'm not biased. And again, we're leaving out Japanese albums, but honorable mention, Chain. Wouldn't be here today without Chain. And Chicka Boom Boom, Chicka Boom Boom. Have a great day. Then we have Neozone. Punch. Punch was a good like repackaged track. Punch is really good, and I like Kick It. I like it. I keep calling it Kickin' It. You know that Disney Channel show? Kick It is a good title track. I know a lot of people were really divided on that, kind of as it usually is in like the NCT fandom. It's like very black and white contrast. Neozone, I mean, like, Love Me Now is literally, that's literally one of my favorite like songs ever. And Not Alone, KMS. Here's the thing, it's like I have a weird opinion about Neozone because it's a good album. Like, when I'm listening to it, I'm like, this is clearly a good album, but it's not, it doesn't sound like NCT. And I don't want artists to just continue making like the same albums over and over again, but I just felt like they didn't. I felt like producers wrote a really good album for them and then they kind of performed it. And I know you're like, that's, if you're saying like that's what K-pop is, like that's what they do. Like, I feel like other albums maybe they had more involvement, or I could just feel their like signature kind of, and it felt like any K-pop group could have sung that album and it wouldn't have sounded weird. It didn't have that sort of like NCT like unique goodness that their albums usually have. So like, just personally for me, it was an album of more skips than like bangers. But then it's like, I saw a post that was like, listening to an NCT album will be like, oh my god, these are literally the worst songs I've ever heard in my life, and then it skips, and then it's like, oh my god, these are literally the best songs I've ever heard in my entire life. That's a little harsh for my opinions, but it's like low-key, like that's how I feel about Neozone, where it's just like, it's skippies, it's full of skippies, but then it's like some of the best songs you've ever heard. Okay, Sticker. Sticker slash favorite. It's a good album. Like, this is A tier. This is a very good album. I really like Sticker. Like, I know people are like, a lot of people have really strong opinions about Sticker and they just think it sounds like weird noise, but that's like personally, like when NCT first like debuted, that was like their thing. They were trying to be very innovative, you know what I mean? So NCT making music that sounds like really weird and that people don't like, it's not out of place for them. Like I think it suits them very well, and it's like kind of what they've always been about, do you know what I mean? So like I really like Sticker. Like I think Sticker is really good and I like that it sounds like weird. It's a good solid album and it's a good solid title track. Lemonade is it's a good solid album that I would listen to again, and I do listen to regularly. So I love Sticker slash favorite. And then favorite, the whole vampire concept, like let's do Dream. Okay, chewing gum era, God tier. My first and last, I want to do God tier. My first and last, 마지막 첫사랑. That is such a good track. My first and last got NCT as a whole their first win. There's crack in that title track. Every single time that I listen to my first and last, I have to listen to it 3 times back to back. It's so good. Like it's God tier album. It's a good one. It's really good. I have a lot of feelings about my first and last. After 마지막 첫사랑 was WeYang. This is so pure. WeYang, La La Love, Walk You Home, My Page, Trigger the Fever. I'm just trying not to put everything as like God tier, God tier, God tier. It's going in A tier. After this is We Go Up. We Go Up is so good. God tier. No. I'm being too much. A tier. Let's just say it's A+. It's so good. Okay, A tier. This is very emotional for me. This is a really emotional day. I'm like already exhausted. We Boom. We Boom is probably my favorite NCT Dream album. It's neck and neck with I'll Tell You Later. When Boom came out, when that music video came out, I literally say that for everything. Like how many times have I said that in this video? But I'm serious. Boom is one of my favorite NCT music videos. It's one of my favorite music videos ever. That changed the game. That changed my life. We Boom is such a good album. God, I listened to that the whole summer when it came out. 119. Such a good album. It's God tier for me. I'm sorry. That's a really, really God tier album. Hot Sauce. I want to put Hot Sauce in God tier. I'm putting Hot Sauce in A tier, as in this is a very, very, very good album. Hot Sauce as a title track, a lot of people were kind of iffy about it. I freaking love it. Like I thought it was so good. I love Hot Sauce. Rocket is also, oh my god. That's literally one of my favorite songs. That's one of the best choruses I've ever heard in like a pop song in my life. Like I'm serious. Hot Sauce is one of the most like solid NCT albums I've ever listened to. There's like one skippable track on this whole album. It's so good. Glitch Mode. Glitch Mode is A tier. Like Glitch Mode is A tier. Hot Sauce, I think Hot Sauce personally, I prefer the Hot Sauce Hello Future album to Glitch Mode, and I prefer it as a title track as well. But Glitch Mode is such a good album. Like Arcade is like, I'm obsessed with Arcade. I didn't even finish, I literally didn't even rank Neozone. I just said my opinions about it. I forgot to put it in the tier list because I have 4 working brain cells. Neozone, okay, I only listened to like 3 songs. Like I wouldn't go back to more than 3 songs on Neozone, and it's the whole vibe. Like it was the whole feeling. There is good songs on this album. It's probably my least favorite. I'll put it in forgettable / mid. It's still, there's so many good like songs on that album. If I hear Love Me Now, I will scream and puke and cry. I also skipped Reload. We're not going in chronological order because I, once again, am stupid. Reload is it just because like writing wasn't my favorite. I'll put it in mid. Even though 7 Days, if you have not heard the song 7 Days, I don't care what type of music you like. I don't care if you like NCT or not. Listen to 7 Days by NCT Dream because, once again, throwing up, puking, crying. We're down to Miss Wavy. Takeoff is... Put it in the God tier. Take Over the Moon, I'm gonna put it in mid, even though Face to Face, King of Hearts, throwing up, puking, crying. Love Talk, obviously solid. It just wasn't my favorite, so it's mid. We'll put it in mid. Awaken the World, God tier. God tier, God tier, God tier album. Awaken the World. I'm too worked up. God tier. I listened to that album so many times. I would listen to that album until I die. Unbreakable, Bad Alive, Turn Back Time, Electric Hearts, Stand By Me, Domino, Only Human. God tier album. Like, I could cry. I could literally cry right now. NCT 127 first mini album, We Boom, Awaken the World. If like someone was like, choose 3. wayv doesn't make bad albums. wayv doesn't make bad songs. Kickback, I just don't care anymore. Everything wayv's ever made is God. I'm putting it in the God tier, but except Take Over the Moon. I put it in mid. Holy crap! Did I do everything? I feel like I'm missing something. So that's my very incomplete, definitive list of NCT albums. Seems to me they don't make bad albums. I didn't put one album in D tier. There's not one album where I was like, this sucked. This was not good. Like, they don't make bad albums. Everything wayv's ever made, God tier. Hot Sauce Hello Future, God tier. If anyone talks about the first few years of 127's career, discography, will cry, will puke, will scream. Yeah, there's my crappy list. Stan NCT, they don't make bad albums. I don't make the rules, okay?